All right, the S&P did not get a lot of red at all, actually. We saw it pull back. So I was with you guys in the chat, more on the QQQ. I even dropped down to the 5-minute time frame because I was talking about how we needed to break. We'll see it better on the Qs because this is that today? Okay, it is today. Yeah, we had this wick, and I was like, all right, first we needed to break this. It did. It's like one more milestone. We need to break that. We did. And, man, did it get the bears kind of excited. Didn't really get below those lows. This is like, hey, let's just worry about today. Are we going to actually break it? We just barely did, and we're pushing up. It does. I even listened to Powell. Not that I really care about the fundamental side of it, more the technical side. I kind of thought we were a little overbought, but he did seem to say everything was pretty bullish. So maybe the market's reacting. We get that continuation up. So right now we're certainly pulling it over. Typically, in this scenario, we usually have a lot of data back and forth, and I can talk about, hey, if we're getting above this, we're bullish. Let's look for a zone above. We break below this, we're probably gonna be talking about this yellow zone. Slight little hiccup at that blue zone right here, but this is all-time highs. So I don't know if we hit that. I don't necessarily think we're just gonna send it and keep going. If you read the YouTube comments, 6,200 is what everyone keeps repeating. Sweet. So I guess we just send it to there. No muss, no fuss. Right now, I gotta say, it looks like what it does look like is I 100% called it. Just saying. Remember one time I said I was going to push up? This was a green candle yesterday. I said it's going to end red. Nailed it. But what I also talked about last night was how much red are we going to see? That's what I'm really basing things on. Is it a little baby red, and then we just continue up? Is it like a medium red where, okay, we got a dip by, we'll probably continue to sell off into Thursday. Friday might chop around, then we're bullish next week. Is it big red where we can probably really just hang tight if you're not in any short positions? Right now, I got to lean on the bullish side. So I'm kind of glad those QQQ puts tagged out. Let's jump into tech real quick. The S&P is up after hours right now. That's all today was. I kind of expect the rest of the week to kind of pan out like this. Tomorrow might be green. If there was going to be any, I guess we could still digest this data and we get a sell-off, some profit taking. I kind of think we would have seen that already. The NASDAQ right here. Right now, it just like any time I'm ever telling you guys this, we run into that zone, and you hear me say it's a zone until not. But then when we just start just hanging out at it, like we're going to start deteriorating that thing, and then we're going to start just chipping away at it. So let's get back to what I was screenshotting earlier. Okay, so this was the wick I was talking about earlier. You know, like it jumped up. I went short. Those puts were great. And then it sold off. I locked in half my puts at 30%. I was like, you know, I'm gonna let the rest go for a little bit. They, first of all, popped up. It went so high that like right here, with the profits I had made, I actually went red on the overall whole position. I was like, are you kidding me right now? And then we got it in gear. And I told you guys I had a sell order at $6, $6 a contract. Those did fill down here. And I gotta say right now, I'm kind of glad I didn't swing those because I bet they were for this Friday anyway. Tomorrow those would be decimated. They were the 476 puts. And yeah, tomorrow with that theta running the clock like that, probably going to get destroyed. If you are bearish, you're really hoping the Qs break that 470 mark. Gets below that zone. If we can get below that zone, we'll probably be at this blue one by Friday. Nothing for me to really report here other than where I'm really buying the dip would be right here. You know, we could hit this zone. We'll see. It's kind of one of those like let's take it all in. What kind of other factors do we have? We hit this zone. I'm catching that knife. I don't care what Winnie the Pooh is saying on the news. You know, can't imagine being red on puts. Mine were green the entire time. It had. You bought different ones. So when this spiked up, I had bought the 476 for this Friday. Sold off. They were instantly green. Where are we at? This is the hourly. It was in this action right here. So I guess by the time I'd gotten the fill, Oh, hang on. We got to go to the 5-minute time frame. Right here. Okay, so shoots up. Okay, I buy the puts. Comes down here. I sell them. And then right back up here is where they went back. You bought 0 days to expiration. Pretty far out of the money. Yeah, you bought an actual garbage one. I don't even say it to be mean. That was just for sure a gamble play. And I just did. I kind of did. I bought 476 for this Friday. But you paid $1 for yours, sold yours for $2. I think is what you did, or something close. $1 something, sold it for $2. Percentage wise, not bad. I paid $3.87 for mine, sold it for $6. So risking capital. Oh yeah, and I don't want anybody to think I'm doing anything other than congrats on the play. And Cody knows that. I make fun of Vinay all the time for those plays too. But just to be clear, those are gamble plays. And when you take gamble plays like that, they don't really go in your track record of let me show off. Okay, I would never brag to somebody that I guessed 27 that one time on roulette and it hit 27. Okay, there was no strategy. You kind of just had a feeling. You went with the flow. You had a good time, and you made some money. I did announce who wants to gamble with me. Yeah, you've been here long enough that I don't need to have like sometimes I don't have a filter with Cody, and I'm curious who is watching that doesn't know that's not filtered. Anyway, all right, back to action. Qs, whole lot of nothing. We got some chop. As it sits right now, I gotta say I would take the bullish play on this. As bullish as I got, I bought some sold calls back. That's about it. The puts got closed. Very green day. We'll see how I'm attacking it tomorrow. The Russell, I would feel much better buying tech than the Russell. But looking at a real time frame, starting to scoot this thing up. I guess that would be long. Yeah, we jumped up. Okay, whatever. And we talked about that last night. We, and by we, I mean I, and I'm not bragging by this, 100% called all of this out. When the report comes out, green. When he starts talking, red. And I was going to take that play. Did just exactly that. Ended up being green. But we just did not get enough red. There was no follow through, no conviction. Do you guys get what I'm saying? I don't want to like pat myself on the back. I'm just saying like this price action hasn't been too difficult to call out. I don't know where I'm going with this, other than I just didn't feel like the bears really showed up. And I felt like if they were, like, that was your time. You know, if you're going to catch somebody off balance, that's your time to go full-fledged. You know, not knock them off balance, wait for them to regain it, and then try it again. Judge the bulls by how hard the bears show up. Yeah, exactly. And right now, they didn't. They kind of asked nicely. Maybe like a little chihuahua, you know, kind of like just biting at the ankle. Like, get out of here. You know, you kind of just like nudge it off. Like, go away. Who remembers the Taco Bell dog?